Hi everyone, hope everyone is doing fine. Here in this video I will be showing you how to make a CCE report. Normally CCE reports are much more complex than what I'm showing you here. Okay, but however for this lesson I have made it very simple with only few subjects, 5 subjects to be exact. Anyhow, the concept of this CCE report or any CCE reports are all the same, and here I will teach you the very basics on how to create one such as this, and show you the tools and hopefully give you some ideas on using Microsoft Excel, and of course, yeah, creating CCE report. Okay, so let's get started. So here in this example, I have given the school name as well as the address and the title of the report. Okay, the examination in which this report is based on, and the name of the teacher, class, dates, and the subject and its marks. Okay. So what I have added here is both internal and external marks, and I have given a total of these 2 marks for all the subjects, and I have add those entire totals in one grand total. I have come up with average of these totals, and I have conditioned it whether that student is pass or fail. Okay, so I have 6 students. Okay, and so we will be making something similar to this. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. Okay, so first thing first, when you install or when you open Excel, you will be greeted with a blank page. Okay, with a blank page, and this blank page is called worksheet. Okay, worksheet. So you can see it's sheet 1. Okay, it's a worksheet. Okay, so this is where you will be doing all your works. Okay, so since I have already used the worksheets, I will be creating one, and in order to rename a sheet, you can just right click here on the sheet and you can rename it. Okay, just say as a CCE report, for example. So let me create a new worksheet, which is here, and I will right click and rename it to say CC2. Alright, CC2, for example, like that. Okay, so it's a very good idea if you're creating a new sheets here. It's very good idea to rename it. Okay, so that you will not get confused if you have a bunch of worksheets laying around here. Okay, so I have renamed it to CC2. Okay, so first thing, we'll create this Monbury Higher Secondary School, this thing. Okay, these headings. Okay, so first we'll go and write something, say Mount Mary Higher Secondary School. Okay, so why did I write school like that? The reason is to show you something. So in case, for example, if you ever written something and accidentally you misspelled something and you want to correct that one, so what you can do is, if you want to correct them, if you go here and if you try to write something again, all right, it replaces your previous existing text. It replaces with the newer one. Okay, so what you can do now is, if you in case want to change something, then what you will do is you will go to that particular cell. Okay, here in a formula bar. Okay, here is where you will do the necessary editing that which you want to do. So for example, Monbury Higher Secondary School, I will just cut this and type school. Alright, so it will change. Okay, I cannot just write it here. Alright, if I write it here, it will all change the entire thing overall. Okay, now I hope you're clear with this. Okay, now I want to orient this this one in the middle. Okay, middle of the page. Okay, now before doing your work, before you doing any of your work, you have to make sure that what is the purpose of your work. Okay, what I mean to say is whether the end product of your work is to print or is just meant to be there on the Excel only. Okay, so if it is meant to be there in Excel only, or it is not supposed to be printed out, then you can straight away work with any of this setup. Okay, but if your end goal is to print out your end result, such as this, okay, your progress report or any of your CCE report, if you are going to print it out, then you have to set certain parameters. Okay, so let me show you an example. I formatted this with a goal to print this report. Okay, so I have formatted this entire page into a printable page in the printable section. Okay, let me show you an example. Okay, so in order to do that, okay, you will have to first define your page layout. Okay, so how do we do that? We go to page layout. Okay, and we have to first determine whether your printout will be in landscape or in portrait. So what we do is we go to orientation and we choose the print orientation. Okay, notice when I choose this orientation, here somewhere it will a line will appear. Okay, so go here, I will choose landscape. Okay, landscape. So you see here one line appear. Okay, previously it wasn't there, now it's there. It's saying that I have this area, whatever I write here, it's going to be shown in a print. This is one page, this is page 1, this is page 2, this is page 3, page 4, and so forth. Okay, so whatever I write within this line, it will be printed up, okay, in that particular page. So this is how you set your print layout. Okay, now you can choose your size, what size you want to print. Okay, so normally we choose A4. A4 is the standard paper size, so we choose A4. Okay, so I hope you are clear with this. So if your end goal is to print your work, then it's all good to set your page layouts. Okay, now after that we'll go back to home and we'll start our work. Now, okay, now let's create this entire layout. Okay, so first we'll create this Monbury Higher Secondary School. Okay, so Monbury Higher Secondary School. Now remember I said that this line represent a page. Okay, so for example, just like I have orient this one in the middle and in center, give it a equal space, okay, in both sides. If I want to do that, okay, what I have to do is I have to select this entire row. Okay, so remember this is a page. Okay, so from here to here, okay, we'll select this one and we'll click merge to center. Okay, so what it does is it will bring this text to the center. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this certain design. Say for example, let's go ahead and give this, for example, yeah, this one, right? And let's increase the size. Okay, and let me give some more fancy, something like that. Okay, yeah, it looks fancy. So Monterey Higher Secondary School. Okay, you can either if you want to change your colors, you can do the changing the color. You can change the color. Okay, so you can fill the entire cell. Okay, so now when we merge it, it becomes from cell number A to N1. It's now just cell number A. Okay, I have merged it. Okay, in cell number A. All right, so this is how you merge it. Now if I want to write some more, okay, below this higher secondary school, so normally in Microsoft Word what we do is if we write something and if we press enter, then it takes you to the second line, but here it doesn't do that way. Okay, it just shifts, takes you out of that particular cell and takes you to the different cell. Okay, so in order to write another line, we will do the same thing. Select the entire row, okay, entire row, and click and merge it. Now you can write it here. For example, I will write Chumuki. Okay, Chumuki Dima. Alright, 797103, and of course we are in district now, so I'll just write district Chumuki Dima. Alright, now same thing, you can of course give this some fancy text or leave it as it is, and let's say I want to add some more, which is say midterm examination, right? Yeah, so I want to add 2022 here, but in order to add, I will go to the formula bar and 2022, right? 2022. Okay, right? So let's go ahead and compare. Okay, now here I have missed the CCE report. Okay, now what do I do? So in order to add any row, okay, what you will do is you will go here, okay, on tree. Notice that the mouse cursor change, okay, to arrow, okay, from plus to arrow, okay. Then you click that, right click and insert. That will insert a new row. Okay, similarly, if you want to insert a new column here, go here, right click, insert, it will insert a new column. Okay, same thing goes for deleting as well. Okay, so I have insert. So what I'll do is I will do the same thing as merchant center, and I'll write CCE report for class 5. Right? So let's go ahead and change the text. So something like here, and of course the font as well. Right, like that. Okay, and I want to give this entire cell a color, so let's go ahead and give this color. All right, yeah, something like this. Okay, I want to change the color of the font. I can change it here. Okay, I can change it like that. Okay, and of course I can even change this one. All right, and give this a bigger size. Okay, and if you want to change this heights and give spacing, you can always give here like this spacing. And if you want to make this memory higher secondary to be on the top, you can always click here, this top, it will take this to the top, to the bottom, or in the middle. Okay, and you can give this a different size as well if you want. Okay, so here it is. Alright, so I'll just resize it again, this one. Yeah. So something like that. Alright, I can even change the color. Right, something like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and check how it looks in a print. So this is how it looks so far on the print. Okay, so the titling is done, so I hope you understood why this merge and this color, how to merge, how to give font, how to change font, how to make it center. I hope you understood that one. Okay, let's give this all a center so that it remains in the center properly. Okay, now let's go ahead and give this section name, class, date, mark, and let's create this one. Okay, straight away. So name of the teacher, let's go and name of the teacher, name of class teacher, so class teacher, name of class teacher. Of course I'll have to go there, give here, I will give this as a cap, so capital letter. Yes, I'm pressing tab on the keyboard to shift from one cell to another cell. Okay, so let's give here the class name and tab date. Okay, so let's go ahead and give it that. All right, let's go ahead and give our this one the content. Okay, right, let's write the content. So roll numbers first, then comes the student's name. Okay, and on the next cell we are going to write the subject, that is maths. Okay, here notice that I have given under maths we have given internal marks and external marks, and to combine that we have total. Okay, so what we'll do is maths, under that we have internal marks and followed by external marks. So don't worry about this cutting off the text, okay, because anyhow we will be formatting that one when we are done with writing all the informations. Okay, so you have to understand what is your end goal. Okay, so based on that you will put your information on these cells. Okay, so as for now my goal is to put internal mark, external mark, and the total mark. So I have total mark here. All right, so my goal is to get this section first. Okay, so I have already done that. Okay, yeah, already done that. Now the next we have science. All right, science, internal mark, external mark, total, and we have English, internal mark, external mark, total. Then we have social science, internal mark, external mark, total. Then we have EVS, internal mark, external mark, total. All right, and here we have grand total. Okay, grand total of all totals, and average. Let's go ahead and give average, and pass or fail, whether the students has pass or fail. Okay, so we're done with that. Now since sorry, we're going to write the same thing, internal marks, total, in all of this. So why don't we just go ahead and copy and paste? So select this, right click, copy, right click, paste. Okay, the shortcut in the keyboard is Control C, and click where you want to, which cell you want to start with, begin with. Click Control V for pasting. Okay, Control C for copying, Control V for pasting. Okay. okay, paste and paste. All right, so now these things are done. Okay, now here what I have done is I have orient this text in 90-degree angle, right? So let's do that. Okay, so maths, let's do maths, or let's do internal marks. Okay, so in order to do that, let's go ahead and click here, internal marks, format cell. All right, orient this to 90-degree. Okay, no, this thing comes under alignment. Okay, number, alignment, font, border, field, protection. So we have alignment. Okay, so alignment. Okay, all right, so these things come, it becomes 90-degree. Okay, now I want to give this, bring this to center. So what I'll do is I'll click here, center. All right, and center. Right, both the centers. Okay, same thing I can do it here also. Right click, format cell, orientation. Okay, now horizontal, I want center, vertical, center. Okay, now it's on center, right, on the center. When I click here, it's like this, okay, same thing, right click, format cell, orientation, center, and center. Yeah, now here these maths under this two is there, right, and the total. So what we'll do is we'll have to merge these two, okay, so that these things comes under maths. So click, drag, hold drag, and merge and center, right? Same thing, total, click and drag, merge and center. Right, so this is how we do it. Right, hope you understood this one. Okay, now since I will be doing this same, okay, the same thing to all of this, okay, so what I can do is I will hold the control key on the keyboard, click, click. Now first we have to do the internal, okay, because this is only one cell. However, total we did merging, okay, so the function will not work. For that reason, we'll have to do the internal these internal mods and external mods first. So hold control, click, 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 okay, and right click, format cell, alignment, orientation, center, center. Okay, so it's all done. Okay, now here we have to select this one, select this one, select this one, select this one, right click, format cell, we can merge it, okay, we can make it center, we can make it center, and okay, right, yeah, oh, sorry, I didn't merge it earlier, right click, format, merge, and so it's merged. Right, same thing goes to this one. Click, hold, control on the keyboard. Click, hold, click, hold, click, hold. Right click, format cell, 90-degree, merge cell, center, and center. Okay, so it's like that. Right, so under maths we have these two. In science we have these two. Under English we have these two. The total, in science these two. So let's go ahead and do this one also. So, but since these two is already joined, what we can do is hold, control shift, control, click, click like this, and right click, format cell, 90-degree, center, center, okay, right, and we can merge them now. Yeah. So we have done this. Okay, now let's go ahead and make this smaller, okay, because these things are taking so much space and it's completely out of the page. Okay, now if we go and check on our print, we have only half, okay, because all this information is out of this page. Okay, so what we do is we can either click and drag this like that. Okay, so before that, let's go ahead and give this small. Okay, now when we do that, the roll NO number is missing, right? So what we can do is we can click here, right click, format cell. Okay, under alignment we have wrap text. Okay, so click that. Okay, click here. What it does is it's wrapping the text within this box. Okay, according to the size of this box. So if we make it smaller, then it will be smaller. It will try to adjust. Okay, try to fit inside. Okay, so let's go ahead and do like this, and we'll give this center and center. Okay, same thing, student. Since it's a horizontal, we just drag this one and make it bigger. Notice that when I click, when I hover between these two, A, B, and C, in the middle, the icon changes. This means I can click and I can resize it. Okay, so like that. All right. So now that I have resized it, now let's go ahead and resize this one. So from D to like that. Okay. Now, since we are going to do this for this entire section, so why don't we just like select everything and do it? But if we select here and do it, it's not going to affect. It's going to affect only one part which we have selected. Okay. So in order to instantly do for all those things, all those cells, what we have to do is, instead of selecting like that, we have to select this from up, from C to like that. We have to select, all right, from up. Okay, from up here, we have to click, hold, and drag. All right, and then just give a size on the on any of these letters. Just give a size, pixel. So let's give this size. So it will automatically fit under your under your page. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this bigger. All right, make this a bit bigger. Okay, and if you want to make this equal, you can just give this an equal sign. Okay, yeah, right. Let's go ahead and give like that. So we can arrange this one. Now now one problem we face is social science. If we go ahead and look at the print, then SE is missing, right? So it doesn't look good. So what we do is we'll go right click here on cell, select cell, format cell, alignment, wrap text. Okay, and okay. So it comes here. So here we have this one, right? So this is how we format our do the orientation and formatting. Now let's go ahead and merge these two also, because here's one big chunk of cells left out. So let's make this as one. So student's name and yeah. Now since student's name we want it to be in center, so we'll make it center. Okay, side or up, left, down. You can realign always with these tools. Okay, so here we can do that. Okay, now let's give these particulars some bold so that we can differentiate between internal marks and this one. All right, so what we can do is we can select, hold, click, whichever we want to change. All right, I'm holding control on the keyboard and I'm clicking. Okay, now bold. All right, so changes automatically. Same thing we'll do with external. So instead of bold, we'll use italic. So we'll change it this way. Okay, so now this formatting part is done. Okay, so let's go ahead and add students. Okay, so roll number 1, let's say it's Rinky 2. I'm pressing tab in order to shift from one cell to another cell. Okay, tab, tab, tab. Arrow mark to go up, go down. You can use arrow side mark also to navigate your cell selection. Okay, so let's go ahead and go. Let's put Chinky and Chinky, right? Chinky. Okay. Say Rinku, Chinku, and Tinku. Okay. So Rinky, Chinky, Pinky, and Rinku, Chinku, Tinku. Okay. So internal marks. So let's give some marks. Okay. So I'll give him 50 and say he scored 25. Now the total. Okay, so what's the formula of sum? It's adding is equal to sum. Okay, within bracket select these two, close bracket, enter. Okay, let's give another number, say 16 and 30. Okay, so equal to, we have another way, that is to click, okay, the first value plus second value. Okay, enter. So this way we can add. All right, and let's give another, say another way of doing it. Let's say 17 and 19. Let's say 19, 35. Okay, so equal to sum. Okay, then click, comma, click. Okay, even this way you can add. Okay, so there are three or four different ways to do the same function. Okay, however, most of the time we use the simple equation such as plus. Okay, so equal to this one plus this one, enter, and we have just say 19, say 36 equal to this one plus this one. Okay, now let's go ahead and do the grand total of all the totals. Okay, but first let us highlight these totals and make it apart from internal and external. So just I'm clicking and I'm just changing it to bold. Okay, so now we'll add this one. Okay, so equal to, click this plus this one plus this one plus this one plus this one, right? So enter. So the grand total is 248. Let's click this. Let's find the average now. So in order to find average, it's equal to average, average, within bracket, select this, we have comma here, comma, select this, comma, select this, comma, select this, comma, select this, and close. Yes, and we have the average. Okay, now I will not go to this pass and fail as of now. Okay, later on I will explain, but let me first fill all those information and I will show you how to do this one. But first, since I will be doing total for all these students, okay, so it's not practical that me writing, you to write all this formula all over again, okay, or do these plus things all over again. Okay, so what we do is, Excel has a very intuitive shortcut. Okay, so when you click here on any of the cell, you will find if you hover the mouse towards this line, you see plus sign with arrow marks. Okay, and this is the selection, and this is actually this is saying that to move the content of this cell to different cell. For example, if I write say KL, okay, and if I want to shift this KL to this cell, so what I do is I will go over here, click, and I'll just drag it here, and it will shift from here to here. Okay, this is what this plus sign does, plus with arrow sign does. Okay, now when I click here and hover over this small dot, you see the plus sign change, right? So it means it's saying that whatever value that is in this particular cell can be replicated. Okay, so I click here, go over here, hold click, and drag. Okay, drag, right? And if I let it go, all the formula here has been copied. Whatever formula I have written here is copied over here. Okay, so the same thing goes to everything. So we don't have to write everything all over again. So just click, drag, click, drag, click, drag, click, drag. Yeah, see, for example, O12 and P12, O12 and P12. Okay, here for example, all the E12 is being added automatically. Yeah, see, 13, 14, 15, 16. See, so this is how it's been done. Okay, so now if I add something here, for example 16, say, so plus 16, 16 plus 0 is 16. If I add something like say 35, then 16 plus 35 is 51, no? And here is 51, and average is 10. Okay, so if I add something like that, 20, 25, so 92, no? 51 plus 45, 96. The average is 19, no? Like that. So let me add this, and I'll first fast forward the video, and I'll get to the end. Okay, so let me add this. Okay, now I have added all these things. So notice when I change something, the grand total, the average, it changes by itself. Okay, yeah. So since because I have already defined, told what to do with the cells. Okay, now let's go ahead and do this pass conditional formula. Okay, so in order to define which students pass and fail, we have to tell the cell that we have to give this cell certain conditions. Okay, so in order to give the conditions, for example, let's say pass mark. Okay, pass mark is okay on the next cell, not on the same scale, next cell. I mean to say, let's merge this one. Okay, let's merge this one so that it's remaining one cell only. And on the next cell, let's give the pass mark as 220. Okay, 220 is a pass mark. Okay, for example, let's make this bold. Okay, and we have to give a condition. Okay, if 220 is pass or it's fail. Okay, so we'll give that one. All right, let's make this too bold as well, just to make it look better. So okay, so we have to give the conditions. Okay, we have to define the conditions. What's going to happen if certain criteria is not met? if this pass mark is not if this number is not met, whether it's pass or it is fail. Okay, so let's go over here. Okay, so we want the result to be displayed here, so equal to, okay, so here we'll use if statement. Okay, if statement, now check whether a condition is met and return one value if true and another value if false. Okay, so this is telling us what to do. Okay, so in order to know the conditions, we have to begin with open bracket, now give a logical test. Okay, so what is the logical test? If the grand total is greater than the pass mark, okay, then it's pass or it's fail. Okay, so notice I am given comma mark. Now logical test, here you see comma, true, comma, false, right? And bracket, close bracket. Now this guy is pass. Okay, now the same thing, equal to if the logical test, if the grand total is greater than this, then pass or fail. Equal to if this grand total is greater than this one, then it is pass or it's fail. Close bracket. Right? Equal to if this grand total is greater than this, then the logical test is pass or fail. Then it's fail. Right? So this is how the if statement works. Okay. Equal to if, yeah, this one is greater than this one, then pass or fail. Yes. So this is how you get the conditional value. Okay, condition statement. So now, for example, this guy is fail, and let's increase his mark to something like 40. Okay, so automatically, if he reaches the pass mark, okay, he will be pass. Okay, and if we reduce something like this guy 20, so it's fail. So like this, you can do the make your CCE report. Now notice that when I drag all those things, so it drag all those rows also. Okay, that's why this thing has shifted to the left. Okay, when we go to print, you will see it's shifted here. Okay, so in order to correct that, what we'll do is we'll go over here, click on merge cell once, deactivate it, and click again and select all merging. Okay, same thing goes for all of these guys. Click, reactivate, right? Click, reactivate. Select till here, click, reactivate. Okay, so this is how it's done. Okay, let's go ahead and give here, move here, right? Or move somewhere around. Right? Let's give this merge, and let's merge this as well. Merge this as well. Right? Here we'll merge this as well, and give this merge this as well. Okay. Now notice that here we have these border lines, right? When we go to print, you will find border lines. Okay, this border dividing the sections. Okay, so in order to get that, what we'll do is we select, okay, and we go over here, the border section. Okay, outline. So I have just for this, I have just created one outline. Okay, and you can continue this, or since we would like to add this, give this border to entire section, so what we do is we select this all to here and go over here and select all borders. So all borders are done. Okay, so this is how you would create your CCE report. Okay, and so for example, if you want to know who scored the highest mark and who scored the what is the lowest mark, then there is one more formula which I would like to share. That's like equal to max, which is max within parentheses like this, plus then the highest mark is 260, and so for the minimum also goes the same. Just type equal to mini, select the parameters, okay, close bracket, and yeah, 65 is the minimum. Okay, so this way we can make this one, the CCE report. It's already 2 o'clock now, almost going to be 2 o'clock now. So since during daytime if I make, it's quite noisy, so I cannot make this video during daytime, so I waited for my kids to sleep and I'm making it now. So anyway, hope you guys understood this, and hopefully you would learn this and find helpful, and I believe that you understood, or if not, then I'm always there to help you guys for your doubts. So if you have any doubts or if you have any questions regarding this, or if my explanation wasn't up to the mark or haven't reached the benchmark, then you can definitely tell me. I would like to hear your feedbacks, and so that me also I can improve on doing these things. So I hope you understood well, and if not, then yes, of course I'm there to help you guys. And one more thing, the labs are open for you to practice. Okay, so any time of the day you can come and practice on the lab. Okay, so the lab will be open for you. Okay, so thank you very much for listening, and thank you very much for learning. Okay, so I'll see you on Thursday for the test. So you will be making this exact same thing, but that without my assistance. Okay, so hopefully I believe you guys will nail this one. So anyway, thank you very much for listening, and have a good day. Yeah, thank you. Bye.